For the key, we have a key card. Let's take a look at the back. Place it here. Let's take a look at the steering wheel. On the left side, we can use the left and right buttons to change the ADAS following distance. Scroll the rotary knob to adjust set speed. Scrolling once will increase by 1 unit. Scrolling quickly will increase by 5. The same works for decreasing speed. Press the rotary knob to activate voice assistance. Press and hold to access Bluetooth settings in the head unit. Below, we have the ADAS button. Pressing will activate ADAS. On the right, the left and right buttons will switch tracks. To pause or play, press the rotary knob. Press and hold to access the customized feature. We can also cancel a call, answer a call, and mute or unmute. The rotary knob below switches between drive modes. Pressing it will activate boost mode. Although the head unit is located at the lower brim of the dashboard, it does not interfere with the head-up display, as there is still some distance from the front hood. And the head-up display in front is a projection display. Pressing and holding the home button will access the edit menu for the head unit and the head-up display. We have 3 different preset combinations for the head-up display. First, we have pulsing combination. The left side is the pulse gauge, the center shows animations and time, and the right side is media. Second, the trace combination. The left side is the trace gauge, the center is the map, and the right side is media. Last is the light width combination. The left side is the fan-shaped light width gauge, the center is the flight clock, and the right side is again media. Below, we can also choose to switch out different styles of each component and add it to our layout. It provides 4 different gauges, including trace gauge, light width gauge, pulse gauge, and minimalistic gauge. We can place the gauge in the middle, but not in the right. Media options include light pulse wave, string rhythm, and pulsing scale. Clocks include the flight clock, pet clock capybara dun dun, and pet clock otter ying ying. Next, we have the map. And last is utility, which includes real-time energy consumption. In the head unit, let's first take a look at the drop-down menu. First, we can access the profile information. We have the settings shortcut, as well as various other shortcuts, which we can tap to edit. On the right side, we also have a drop-down menu, including the settings shortcut and various shortcuts which cannot be customized. In the upper bar, we can access the User Center shortcut, log into accounts, customize habits, and access the user profile menu. We also have our drive mode information, our gear information, EV range and charging related settings, the parking brakes, seatbelt warning icon, driving safety protection, temperature and weather report, notifications, Sentry mode, the dash cam, and connectivity settings, including Bluetooth, WLAN, hotspot, Xiaomi connectivity, and more connections. Next is the cellular and WLAN connection. Tapping on the time will display the date and day of the week. We can press and hold to take a screenshot. On the home page, scroll with 3 fingers to the right to access the vehicle control desktop. The background, brightness, and weather change according to the real-time conditions. We can also toggle the view, zoom in and zoom out, and we can also access vehicle control shortcuts, such as suspension height, the frunk, car locks, the charging port, and the trunk. Let's return to the widget desktop. For each widget, we have 3 adjustable sizes: small, medium, and large, which directly brings us to the app. Press and hold on the 3 dots above the widget to drag and adjust its order. Tap to access full screen mode. In the Applications menu, we can also tap to choose an app and add it to the desktop. Again, we can scroll with 3 fingers to switch pages. With the added app widgets, we can choose to access full screen or remove from desktop. In the lower bar, first we have the Home button. We can tap to return to desktop or press and hold to access the Edit menu for the head unit and head-up display. Next, we can adjust the temperature by using the arrows or scrolling. We can also access more climate control shortcuts. Tapping will access the climate control menu, including air conditioning, ventilation and heating, massage, and seat position adjustments. Next, we can access the settings, map, panoramic view, seat position adjustments, and the application menu. We can press and drag to change the order. Press and hold to stop running the app. Here we can select apps to add to the desktop. Next, we have media. We can switch media sources, we can also access play mode functions here. On the right, we have the passenger side temperature adjustment and climate control. Let's take a look at the rear seat control display. This is the screensaver. Tap to access the controls. Below, we have different categories. including climate control for the rear seats, such as temperature, air vent direction, the power switch, and airflow intensity. Next is the seat heating and adjustments. We can activate the heating for the 3 rear seats. And adjust the position for the front passenger seat and left and right rear seats. We can also choose to reset. Next is navigation. We can search for a location and access the POI shortcuts. We can choose to send our search result to the head unit. In the upper right corner, we can adjust the perspective. Next is media. We have a small play mode. Next is quick controls, including the sunshade, the screen, send a feedback, automatic brightness, and on the left, we can also adjust the brightness and volume manually. We can also access information about the user agreement, privacy policy, and we can choose to disagree with the user agreement. Here we can lock or unlock the screen. This component is also detachable. Press the screen to release and it will pop open, allowing you to remove it. Let's take a look at its appearance. To reinstall, simply place it back into the slot and press to lock it in place. Now let's press the brake pedal and switch gears. Let's take the key card and leave the vehicle with it. The system will automatically power down when the car is locked.